In this video, we're going to learn how to run Llama 3.2 vision model. So we're going to run the 11 billion vision model with 4-bit quantization. And we're going to use a run pod to do that because this is a large model, you cannot fit it in free Google Colab notebook. Another important thing is you need large storage. So I'm going to show you how to do this on run pod. Go to run pod first, click deploy. And once you decide to click deploy, you can select any machine that you want. I'm going to select A40, but before that, what you have to do is you have to create a network volume. So go click network volume because we need to have storage. Just you have to give a name, and then I'm going to give a size of, let's say, in this case, maybe 80 GB. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead with 80 GB and I'm going to create that, and I have to select a data center. Okay. Let's select a data center in which we can select A40. This is the data center I'm going to go ahead with, and I've created 80 GB here. So now with this data center, I'm going to go select data storage, Llama storage here, and I'm going to select A40. So now on demand is what I'm going to select, and make sure you start the Jupyter notebook and deploy it. And as you can see here, we're going to go ahead with 100 GB. So for this particular tutorial, we are going to use the Llama 3.2 11 billion vision instruct model. One thing that is important is you should have already got access to this model. If you have not, you should watch my first video. You have to go apply for access, and after you apply for access, somebody from Meta, I don't know how it is done, they're going to give you approval to run this model. So first you have to make sure that you have that. Then you need to have an account on Hugging Face. So we're going to use the Hugging Face token because that is how this that you have got access is authenticated. So go back here, your pod is almost done. Now after your pod is done, all you have to do is go here and click connect to the pod. So click connect to the pod, connect to the Jupyter Lab, never share your SSH key with anybody. After this is done, the first thing that we're going to do is we're just going to make sure that PyTorch is installed. Once that is done, we can run anything that we want. In my case, I already have got the notebook. So I'm going to go click upload the notebook and then just upload the notebook that I've already managed to create. So there are certain changes that we have to do, which I'll let you know what to do. But the first thing is import torch. Once we do that, torch is, it says PyTorch is done. So the next thing is we're going to just run install the required libraries. In this case, we're going to install transformers, latest one from GitHub, accelerate for the GPU memory management, bits and bytes for quantization, and Hugging Face hub just to make sure that we can log in or authenticate this notebook so that it can work. So this is already done. We don't need this particularly. I'm going to comment it. So after this is all done, all we are going to do is we're going to download the model, authenticate, then download the model. So meanwhile, what you have to do is you have to go to your Hugging Face profile and then get a write token. So I guess you need write token. I could be wrong there. Create a new token and then get it. Never share your token with anybody. In fact, I'm going to invalidate this token after this video is published. So never share it with anybody. So this is done. All the required libraries are installed. I'm going to just say from Hugging Face Hub import notebook login. So we're going to go copy the token from here, come back here, paste it, login. Now it has been authenticated. As you can see here, it says token is valid. It's got a permission, write permission. Please don't save it. And then now what we're going to do is at this point, I hope you have done everything correct. The way you can validate that everything is correct is if you run this particular cell where we have changed certain things from the Hugging Face blog post. So we have a bits and bytes configuration that says I want to load this model in 4-bit, and that configuration is being added here. So once you run this particular step, if it runs without any error, like in this case it is running, that means you have done all the things that I said correctly. Let me repeat it again. This is a model that is behind a token. So first you have to go here, get permission. So you have to get approval to run the model. Second, you need to have Hugging Face token available. And third, we are running this on run pod because we cannot fit this on free Google Colab. And also on a run pod, if you do not increase the memory, you might hit a space issue. So first we created a network volume of 80 GB and then we started running all those. So this is a sharded model. And as you can see here, this is getting an error. The error is no space left on device. So we got an error that says no space on device is because we allocated only 20 GB for this. I'm going to go ahead and with the 50 GB, you can edit it and then keep it. Our pod is running now. You can go click connect, open the Jupyter notebook. After your kernel is connected, then just try the first one, import torch. Once import torch is done, then you can go ahead and then install the rest of the items. So let's go ahead and run the rest of the cells as well. So once this is done, you need the key. So you can copy the key from your Hugging Face profile and keep it ready. And if you're going to use runpod regularly, you can store states and all those things. I'm just going to show you a demo. So I'm not going to show you how to save the states and all the other things because in that case you have to use it regularly. So this is done. Now the notebook login is happening. So we are going to authenticate, login, token is valid. Now run this. Hopefully this time we're not going to hit the storage issue. Let's see. So it's a sharded model. So that means the model is into 5 different pieces. It's going to download all the 5 faces. And as you can see, every piece is around like 5 GB. So 5 into 5 is approximately 25 GB. And last time we hit an error because we had only allocated 20 GB. I'm not going to edit that part out so that, people who miss that part still understand that you have to expand the memory even if you have got network volume. In our case, we would have had 40 GB, so I didn't have to do network volume, but just in case. So the sharded pieces are downloaded. So it is loading the checkpoint shards. All the 5 pieces will be loaded. And after that, you have the model to be run. Okay, so the model is downloaded. Everything is ready. First, we have the URL here. So let's see what is this image. Got a bunch of rabbits here. So this is a rabbit. Okay, cool. I'm going to just run this. Once you run this, what is happening is this is a URL. The image is being the image is retrieved from this, and it says if I have to write a haiku for this one, what would it be? And then it actually writes a haiku. So instead of that, what we can just say is describe what is this in 1 sentence. As you can see, the inference is extremely fast because of the huge amount of VRAM that we have got. So the image depicts a rabbit dressed in a blue coat vest standing on a dirt in front of. Okay, this is interesting. I want to copy the code and paste it here except URL so that we can use this URL and then run the same thing. So it has this image that we gave is not a retrievable image. Okay, that's a shame. I'm going to use this one. I hope this is retrievable. I just want some OpenAI meme, okay? Just in case. Maybe next one we can. Okay, this image is a humorous meme, depicts a driver's unexpected reaction to a passenger statement featuring okay, maybe we can change the prompt and then say explain this meme. I'm going to just run it again, as you can see. And this meme is a humorous take on common experience of feeling anxiety. Just some random thing. Okay, let's see apples in a photo. Okay, so I'm going to just go ahead and then take this and then say let's count the number of apples. Okay, I'm going to open the image in a new tab, take this image, go back here, select it here. I'm going to say can you describe what is this and count it. So I want it to tell us what is it and then count it. So there are 4 apples in the image, 2 green and 2 red. The apples are placed on a bubble wrap. Okay, let's see. Oh wow, that's quite sharp. I didn't even notice that there is a bubble wrap, but there are 5 apples. Okay, I just appreciated it too soon. But anyways, we're not testing the model here. I wanted to show you how to run the model. A quick recap: we created a new pod and run pod, expanded the network volume in case if we want. Then we moved to this particular notebook where we started installing everything. And then here we are, we have successfully managed to run the model. Meanwhile, you need Facebook Meta approval and also Hugging Face token to run this. After everything is done, make sure to do one thing. So you have to stop the notebook. Okay, so and then go back and then stop your run pod and delete it. Otherwise, you might end up paying for the storage as well. So delete everything so that you don't pay. So I think I've overall spent like $1 until now, whatever I've experimented. So make sure you don't leave any storage, you don't leave any pod open. Otherwise, all the money that you have got will be gone. I hope this tutorial was helpful to you in learning how to run Llama 3.2 vision model. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section. Otherwise, see you in another video. Happy prompting.